What is going on, guys? My name is Cheer, and this is a video more directed to the multiplayer people. I have recorded a lot of videos related to zombies, but today we're going to do something about multiplayer, mainly related to a glitch that has been going around for quite a while now. Now, I've always been very honest and fair and open and very neutral about my policies on glitches and what I think of them and all these different things. And I always try to be fair to everyone. But this one's it's I made this video because it's kind of important. I'm not very good at multiplayer, but I thought I'd make this video because it explains a lot about the glitch and a lot of logical and philosophical issues related to the glitch. Okay, mainly the glitch is to do with the pick 10 system, and the pick 10 system works in a way that in a public match in multiplayer you pick your 10 things in your class and you run with it and you try to survive. And the problem here is that people who are using this class right here, for example, 3 weapon attachments and 6 perks, are being called a cheater. And this class is only possible with a glitch. You cannot make this class in a public match without the use of a glitch. And people who use this glitch are being called a cheater. Okay? But there's 2 sides to every story, and there's some things you need to understand. Okay? This class here you can use in a public match, and you can do it without a glitch, and you can do it without cheating, and no one will call you a cheater. You're using the pick 10 system, and here you're also using the pick 10 system. So let's go through and count them up. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's go here and count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? That's 10 things. It's pick 10. Makes sense, right? But this guy's being called a cheater, and here's the problem. Okay? The problem is in this crap down here. These 3 things are not useful to you in a match. They will do nothing for you. Okay? They won't do anything. Now, suppose I don't have these things. Well, if I don't have these things, I don't have these things either. Right? Now, suppose I go in here, right? And let's say I can add these things without the glitch in a public match. Adding these things, 3 of these things down here, will do nothing for the benefit of the match. They will not help me at all in the match. They will do nothing for me. These 3 things in and of themselves are useless. I cannot take these cards and throw them at an opponent. They don't do anything. They are nothing. Okay? The problem here is that this here is a pick 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But if I go here and I try to add a melee, I'm going to be given this crap. And I should not be given this crap. This should be number 8 right here. I should be allowed to add this as number 8, but I can't. Okay? This guy has 10 things. This guy has 7 things. This guy has more things in his class that are going to be useful to him in the match than this guy does. This guy only has 7 things that are going to be useful to him in the match. This guy has 10. I would say this guy has an advantage, don't you think? He's got more things. He has 10. This guy does not have 10. The pick 10 system will say he does, but he doesn't. He has 7. 7 things that are useful to him. This guy right here has 10. He has 10 things that are going to be useful to him in the match. This guy also has 10 things that are going to be useful to him in the match. This guy is being called a cheater. This guy isn't. I think that's a problem, don't you? Yeah, I would say so. The reason this is like this is because somebody at Treyarch forgot to think. And they made a pick 10 system that's not actually a pick 10 system. This is pick 7. I can't pick an 8th thing for this class. I can pick 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that are going to be useful to me in the match. This guy has an advantage over this guy because this guy has more commodities, has more materials, has more items, which will help him out in the match. If 6 of these guys go against 6 of these guys in a public match, I would say that's pretty well even because it's 10 versus 10. This guy here is not cheating. Yes, it uses a glitch. Yes, doing this does require a glitch. Yes, it does. But let me be clear about one thing. It does not give you, this guy here does not have an unfair advantage over this guy. He doesn't. This guy has 10 things, and this guy has 10 things. This guy is being hamstrung. This guy kind of has a handicap on him. This guy has an advantage over this guy, as I already stated. Because now for this guy to add something, he has to get rid of something else, and he shouldn't have to do that. But it actually gets worse. It actually does get worse. Watch this. Watch this. You know, I'll just make it up just for the hell of it. 3. Oh, what the hell was that? Okay. Add this, 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 and this. In a public match, this would be allowed. Okay, you can do this in a public match without a glitch, right? But let's say I want flak jacket. If I try to pick flak jacket, I'm going to have to take something that I don't need. That's completely useless. This card that I just picked is going to do nothing for me in the match. Well, now that I picked it, I can't add my flak jacket without removing something. I would like to remove the thing that's useless, but then I can't because then I can't get flak jacket, right? So it kind of cock blocks you, right? So now I have to remove the melee weapon. Well, let's say I decide, no, I want the melee weapon. Well, now I can get rid of flak jacket. Well, now I'm left with something I don't need, which is completely useless. And I've used all my 10. It's silly. Everyone has their own playing style. Some people are reliant on perks. Some people are reliant on attachments. Some people are reliant on lethals and tacticals. A pick 10 system should be a pick 10. You pick your 10 and you take it and you run with it. Guess what? This guy right here that you're calling a cheater, he picked his 10 and he's running with it. This guy here picked his 10 and he's running with it, and he should be allowed to do that. And this guy should be allowed to do that too. Okay? So, this guy here has 7. This guy here has 10. This is the actual amount of things that are useful to them in the match. This guy has, what, 9? This guy's got 9 things. And he can't add a 10th thing without taking something that's useless. At which point, once he takes that thing, he can't add his extra item without removing something else. So now he's in a match with something he can't use at all. He cannot make use of this. This guy here can't make use of any of these things. These will do nothing for him in the match. He can't take these cards and throw them at his opponent. This guy isn't being called a cheater, but this guy is, and I don't think it's right. because they both picked their 10 and they both ran with it, and this guy's being handicapped and hamstrung. And I don't think that this guy's being put in a fair position. This guy has an advantage, an unfair advantage over this guy, because this guy has 10 things he can use in the match, this guy only has 7, and he's not allowed to add any more, and that's not right. And that's a problem. So, if you're this guy, and you're running around calling this guy a cheater, just remember, he does not have an unfair advantage over you. He picked his 10, you picked your 10. If I'm this guy and I hear this guy calling me a cheater for using this class, I'm simply going to say it's a pick 10 system. I pick my 10, you pick your 10. That's it. These are my 10, those are your 10. I do not have 13 things. I have 10. I have 3 things that I can't use. You have 0 things that... So it's like this. This guy has 0 things that he can't use. I have 3 things that I can't use in the match. Right? I can't use these in the match. The difference between this guy and this guy is the amount of useless things that this guy has, which is 0 instead of 3. So this guy is not cheating. He does not have an unfair advantage. He just chose a different 10. Instead of a rocket launcher, C4, and concussion, he now has flak jacket, scavenger, and dead silence. 3 different things. It's just a trade-off. It's a trade of 1 3 for a different 3. It's still 10 things in total altogether. So no, this guy is not cheating. That's my take on the issue. And I've been in a lot of matches where I've heard people calling out other people for using this type of class with 3 attachment and 6 perks and saying they're cheating. And I've done my own digging and my own looking into it and seeing the issue, and I realize it's not that simple. And that this guy is being hamstrung. This guy here is being handicapped and hamstrung and cock blocked. And this guy is being put at a disadvantage, and it's not fair for him. This guy should be allowed to add 3 more things, but he can't. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about it. If you're using this glitch, just make sure you don't go beyond 10 actual things that you can use in the match, because then you're having an unfair advantage. But honestly, if you're doing this and you're going up against this guy, you do not have an unfair advantage, and I don't think that's cheating. Hopefully Treyarch will be smart next time when they make a system and not fuck over this guy here, because this guy is getting fucked over hard and being told he can't add anything else, and that's a big problem. So that pretty much wraps it up. That's the pick 10 system glitch. I felt like I had to make this video because I felt like there's another side of the story that needed to be told. So that's pretty much it. That wraps it up. You can I have other videos you can watch on my channel. If you have any questions or want to comment, feel free to go ahead. But that's pretty much what I have to say. So yeah, that's it.